Hi there, thank you for watching my video today. Today I am bringing you another Valentine's project from my Valentine series for this year. This is a star top box and this has basically a hexagonal shaped base, and it is a pretty good sized box which can fit a variety of gifts for you. I have kept the top part of this simple, but if you want to decorate this, you can by any means do that. No dies are needed for this box. It's pretty simple to put together and it does not involve a lot of bits and pieces as well. I've used a dull gold rose twine for tying up this box at the top. You can replace it with any sort of ribbon as well. You can use a tissue ribbon, you can use a satin ribbon, or any other that you want, or that goes with your project. Let's begin without any further ado. So for this box, I have already prepared one half of the box, and this is the topper that I'm going to use on the box, and I have used a stitched hard dye. This was an unbranded dye, and I have this for very long now, and I do not remember where did I purchase this from, but this special day dye is by Spellbinders, and I also purchased this many years ago when they had their clearance sale. I guess 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, that's that old, but you can definitely customize it for any other occasion that you are making the box for. And these are a few bits and pieces that I will walk through later. But for this particular box, you need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 8 inches by 11 3/4 inches. Okay, and on the long side, which is your 11 3/4 inches side, you are going to score at 2.5 and 5 inches. Okay, and when you rotate your cardstock, when the short side is at the top, you need to score at 2.5 inches, at 5 inches, and at 7.5 inches. And then you want to make small marks at 1.25, 3 3/4, and 6.25. So basically these are going to give you the midpoints of each section here. So that's all the scoring that we need to do on the scoreboard. Now we need to draw diagonal score lines from the point where we have just made mark to the second score line. This is the second score line, but before that, let me just quickly fold and burnish all my score lines so that it's easy for you to see. Okay, so if you put your cardstock back in the orientation, this is the first score line which we made on the short side, and this is going to form the base of our box. Then we have another score line, and that brings us to the side of the box like this. And this is all going to be, the longer rectangles are going to be all the top of the box, or basically the panels which are going to give the shape to the box. So what we now want to do is we want to draw diagonal score lines from the mark that we've made up till this corner where the score lines are meeting. Okay, so opening it back up, we want to draw score lines from this point to the mark like this, and then you can do like this. You can absolutely use your scoreboard to draw diagonal lines, but this is a way that I feel comfortable drawing my score lines, because this is a larger piece of paper, and if I put diagonally in the scoreboard, it might not fit and the score lines would not be, made correctly. So very carefully, by aligning your ruler with the marks, you want to stay between that area. You do not want to go out of that particular area. Okay, so the last one, yes. When you're drawing the diagonal score line on the right side, on the right side panel, make sure that you ignore this 1/2 inch tab on the right, because you do not want to come anywhere inside this, because this is going to become our joining piece with the next piece of cardstock. So once you've drawn all your score lines, you want to fold and burnish these as well, but these are going to be the valley folds. All of the diagonal folds are going to be the valley folds. So one by one, really carefully, you might need to flip your cardstock as well. So just do that and burnish your score lines very gently. So once all the score lines are folded and burnished, we need to do a bit of cutting. So we need to get rid of this bottom rectangle on the right hand side, which is just next to our base flaps. Just taking a wedge off of this side and from the top as well. Do not cut a lot, just a little bit. Then you need to free these tabs. So I'm cutting these score lines just up till the first score line. And this is now going to free our tabs. Okay. Then for these decorative panels over here, I have cut out the golden cardstock, which measures 2¼ inches squared, and the pattern paper on top is 2 inches squared. And this pattern paper is from Paper Crafts magazine, very old issue, and this was actually this paper booklet which came in the magazine. And some of you might recognize these papers. This booklet had beautiful papers, and it catered to spring, Easter, birthday. So all of the designs, it's really beautiful collection of pattern papers. So these are very lightweight papers, so I have backed them with golden cardstock just to give them some strength. Otherwise you can definitely skip this. So I am going to paste these in these square panels now. Once you've added the decorative panels on the side flaps, just ignore the noise in the background. It's just my Cricut doing its work. So I am going to put glue on all of this 1/2 inch tab, and we're going to join both the panels of the box. Make sure that your score lines align with each other, like so. Now put glue on the other 1/2 inch tab. And then bring the other flap on top, and this is going to make your box. Just burnish it well. And now you have the basic shape of your box ready. I just want to reinforce the fold over here because we have our joint here. So very carefully, just bringing this side up, just need to reinforce this like so. Okay, now if you flip your box over like this, this is going to make a hexagon shape, okay? And basically just moving these out, you want to have your box like this. So these are obviously not going to align these are not going to obviously cover each other completely. So I am putting glue on almost 3/4 of an inch of the tab, and then just line them up like so. And let me just get my tweezers so I can hold these together like this. And on the other side as well, like this. Then bring your other two tabs, which are in front, like this, like so. So put glue here, and then here as well. Like so. Again, I'll be using my tweezers to just, you know, and from this side as well. And the last ones are then going to fold like this. So this tab is going to have most of its inner side of the flap covered in glue like this. You can obviously reinforce the lid if you have a heavier gift to put inside, but otherwise for lighter gifts it won't cause any much issue because the glue that I'm using is very heavy duty, and definitely it's going to help in maintaining the strength of the box. So like this, once done, just flip it over and just with your ruler just go through it once. And there you have your basic shape of the box ready. Let me give you the diameter of this box. At the widest, this hexagon is 5 inches. And on the other side, it is almost 4 and 3/8 of an inch. Yeah. So it's a pretty good sized box. So now what you want to do is you want to have the top closed like this. Okay. So for that, I'm going to punch holes in the middle of these triangular tabs, and I will just feed the ribbon through it then. So I'm just eyeballing in all the panels. There's no, hard and fast rule where you want to punch the hole. So I have this golden twine here with me, and I am going to feed this through the holes. I got it from a local embroidery shop. I really like the dull cool look of it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take the end of this and then double it up, because this is very thin and the holes are bigger, so I do not want it to be wobbly or wonky. So I'll be making a double row bow. So let me just grab some of this. I think that's enough. So yeah, so just now at this point you need to decide which side is going to be the front of your box. These are the two joints, and I think I'm going to keep this side as the front of my box. So feeding it through one of the holes in the front and then continuing my way throughout. So this is how you are going to close the box, and that's the star shape that we're looking for at the top. Okay, so just cutting this loop here and then making a bow in the front. Like this, and then bringing these here. I'm now just tidying up my bow, cutting off the extra twine, and here you have the front of your box. Now putting this over here, I think rather than putting it here, I am going to put it halfway here or completely here. No, I think I'm doing it halfway here. So with my double-sided tape, I'm going to take a bit of it and putting it here at the bottom like this, and then yeah, so there we go. There we have our special Valentine's Day gift box ready. This is in total, it has 9¼ inch height, and this is a pretty good sized gift box. I must say it can fit a large bottle of chocolates as well, which I have seen in market these days. It has a variety of different chocolates, but otherwise it can fit a small scarf, a perfume bottle, a lot of chocolates, or anything that you may please. So I hope that you have liked today's project. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.